Hello and welcome to Daytime Today. I'm James Lott Jr. here at JLJ Media. And of course, I brought on to talk about this segment. Several things have happened. Soap goddess extraordinaire, Candice Mack.
Hello. Wow. Oh, that was a great intro. I wasn't prepared for that, folks.
Yes, your hair looks cute. Very cute. Um,
Thank you.
so let's get into it, guys, because all week I've been doing segments on just the state of people going off and stuff. But we have one announcement, Candice, and that is the talk has been canceled after 15 years, seasons. Of course, I have a connection to it. Of course, so I'm not going to go there right now. But how are we feeling?
Okay, so I'm just gonna do it. The as the world turns fan in me
I know, sorry.
is screaming up and down. Actually, no, I take that back because yesterday was also the anniversary of when NBC announced Another World was canceled.
Yeah.
So yesterday's announcement was a win for the Procter and Gamble fans.
Yeah.
And again, all the shows, I just want to say it, all the shows that has replaced these soap operas, where y'all at? What y'all doing? Who you with?
They're gone.
You
They're
know,
gone. Mm-hmm.
now on the other side, I don't like seeing people lose their jobs.
Yes, of course, of course.
I will say that even though I was shady just a few minutes ago, I also have, also have I learned from the best. Um, I also have to acknowledge the talk for being the platform for CBS Daytime for the soap because nobody else was doing it besides us. But I'm just saying, like network wise.
Yeah, yeah.
And I want to give a shout out to Angela McDaniel. Hey, girl. But like I said, I hate seeing people lose their jobs, but you knew
That
something was.
show's been on life support for seasons at this point.
I
It's
mean, you knew something was up. I mean, obviously the behind the scenes drama that was more important than the show itself. And normally they would put out weekly promos. They haven't been doing that. So, and also, there's this thing that's, in development called the Gate.
mm-hmm.
Once that came out and, everybody was speculating and nobody from the talk was talking.
They weren't talking all right. I felt when he announced the gates that it was gonna be on CBS. The only thing the thing they should do for a soap block would be to have the show come on after Bold and Beautiful. I mean,
exactly.
That's just the natural.
That's kind of sense.
Right. Now, obviously, the shows are doing well enough for him to go, we'll just push it an hour later. They didn't care enough to do that, and I don't think there's a reason to. That's just me being shady, of course. But I think, but back to the Gates thing, we all speculated that. I thought it was the most natural. I mean, it's the most natural. It makes the most sense. Makes the most sense,
Yeah.
especially if you're debuting soap.
Yeah, and not only that, when I heard that Procter and Gamble, which by the way I still cannot believe you guys, Procter and Gamble is back in the soap industry. Okay, we need to talk. We need somebody. We need a rap. We need to talk. Okay, but it just made common sense because again, once they said Procter and Gamble, and for us who grew up in the Procter and Gamble universe, you know that 2 o'clock was a Procter and Gamble show, whether it was Another World, Edge of Night, As the World Turns. That's just how it, went. And of course, CBS, Young and the Rock, well, Price is Right, your local news. Young and the Rock was Bold and Beautiful, 2 o'clock, your soap. It's what world we live in right now.
But I want to timestamp this. I did on my show a few weeks ago. Timestamping it. The Gates, I'm scared. Not because of the content, not because of who's behind it. But I have fullest confidence Michelle and I will do a great job. The fans, you guys scare me. Because if this show ain't everything to everybody, I can already see the folks on Twitter and on Facebook groups going buck wild on it. I'm timestamping it now. Because I'm like, I'm ready with open arms, like my chocolate twin Tony. Just like, give me some.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, the pedigree of the person who's leading it and creating it, I have so much respect and admiration for her, and I believe she will do the best job she can. I'm scared for the fans, Candice. I'm scared of if it's not this out of the
If
gut.
it's not good within 5 minutes, everybody's going to turn on it.
Exactly. I'm scared. I literally, I mean, legitimately, I'm excited and scared at the same time.
Yeah, and look, hey, we're soap fans. We have the right to be that way. It's just like going to a new school or going on a date. You're afraid. You don't know what to expect. You're being hyped up. You know the people. We all know Michelle. We love Michelle.
Yeah. We do.
But
We do.
then there's like again, it's that whole this is a new soap. A new soap. The last time we had a new soap was back in the early days. I'm joking when I say the early days, by the way. But we're now in a world where if you don't please somebody within 5 minutes,
I know. At her, and that's the powers that be. They're here to.
they was like this. They was like Candice, and you know what? That's been happening a lot every time I'm talking about the gate. I'm starting to believe that. Okay, I take it back. I don't know what I said wrong. Oh, Jesus, don't do this to me. No, I mean, again, if it doesn't please you within the first 5 minutes, they're gonna look elsewhere because there's a whole list of things that everybody wants the gate to be.
I know.
And it's it's nice. I'm gonna say this. Yeah, it's nice that we have a new product and we can do the wishful cast list, which by the way, everybody's picking pretty much the same people. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Janelle Allen, Janelle Allen, Janelle Allen. Thank you for your consideration.
Yes, we
Janelle Allen. My mama. But we gotta. I mean, I think everybody understands the assignment. That hopefully everybody is understanding the assignment is that you guys are going to be the ones to make or break this. And I understand. I get. Look, the four soaps that's currently on right now, they're not giving us everything we want.
Oh, we're gonna get there. That's next. We're gonna get there. I just want to put a button on this because I want to do a shout out to my buddy, my co-host of the GH Mini Spotlight, Frank Moran. His series,
Frank.
yes, Frank. His series X-Men '97 is a huge hit. Again, that was something that literally could have fallen apart. But Horror Princess episode 5 was huge, emotionally people, and now folks are talking about Marvel should do more animated stuff. So I'm saying that like I said again, I'm excited about something new. We don't, like you said, we don't know. I mean, it's us how we're going to take it. So far, it's a huge hit. So I'm like, I'd like the gate to be the same way, where we all that it's just like it's amazing, and we all. I'm afraid. Anyways, I just wanted to give that shout out because you never know. You try something like that, you never know. I mean, you just never know.
That's true, and I will say for like the X-Men, which is a soap opera, by the way.
Yeah, no, yeah. Anyway,
those who say it's not, it is, especially after this episode. Woo! Yes. I would say for the X-Men, it was familiar. The Gate, not familiar.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, we have a familiar writer. We know Michelle, like I said, but other people, we don't know. We don't know you. We don't know you, CBS head honcho. We don't know what your interest. I mean, we're glad you are talking about it. Procter and Gamble, we still need to talk. Other people, we just kind of just like, and then you have to look at who's going to be on the writing team. Who's going to be, because that's how you start to think about those things like, well, we don't want any old people, but we don't want new people who don't know what they're not, who doesn't know what they're doing. And this is actually the conversation on Twitter right now.
I'm sure it is. Sure.
They need to make sure that they, address every single age, race, sexual or it's like okay, let's get to the plot of the story first. Like let's and I get it. Trust me, I get it, folks. But at the same time, like James said, it's like it's.
Well, Candice and I know personally, from personal experience, creating a soap opera from scratch and debuting it out there. So we know exactly, it's audio still, get people to actually listen to an episode. It's still the same thing.
Right.
It's still the same thing. So she and I both know from experience how people respond to certain things and how they don't. I mean, it's tough.
But it's also different because now we have social media.
I know.
Think about this. Okay, when Passions first came out, because I think Passions came out in '99, Port Charles came out in '97. Okay, so Passions was the last baby soap, really. The only thing that we had was message boards, and even that was crazy.
That was crazy.
But now, right, Soap Zone, hello. But now we have social media, and it's like you're more like with Michelle. She sees all the comments, folks. I'm letting you know. She does, she tried to respond to them. She's been in this industry now. She knows the game. She knows that some people are going to be like, this ain't, she could just go somewhere else. I'm nervous. I just said I'm happy though, but again, it's going to be the 95th, 98th anniversary of the soap genre coming up soon. I didn't think we would ever get a network. James, we having a network. It's not streaming. It's not audio. It's a network, baby.
Well, there's that. And also, I don't want to short sight The Boulevard, which stars some of our men and people in our lives. Vincent Irizarry is one. That's something that's being developed too. And that's digital, but it's also something new. It's another new
soap. The soaps are coming back, baby. I mean, y'all thought it was dead. Y'all thought this genre was really dead. Come on now.
It's never dead. We knew it was never dead.
Come on now. We got a soap opera right now. It's called The Golden Bachelor. Those people got divorced.
Right. Well, I know that's another story too, yes.
Normally I don't watch that.
Yeah. But I want to lead this into the state of the soaps. I will be having a conversation with Donald Peoples Jr. later today about that on my other show. But just briefly on this show, I just wanted, what's going on Twitter these days? I'm seeing all kinds of chaos. So you're on there more than I am. What are we seeing what's the latest things going on there about the soaps?
Writer favoritism with certain actors and actresses.
Okay.
Not understanding why people can't come back to soap.
Oh, I know that one. I know that one. Yes.
Why is soap acting like they don't know their own history when they have people who was there writing for the show? Why is it that Black cast members aren't getting enough episodes than other counterparts? Why is it that everybody's acting brand new to a topic that has been out there for so many years, but now all of a sudden everybody's like, oh my God, y'all are talking about this. I don't understand why. And that's your social media update.
No, so here's what's funny. So some of you guys may know I was off. I've been off because of a situation, and so I've had more time to actually peruse the annals of the walls of Facebook groups and Twitter excesses. And it's been a trip because I usually don't do it, and I don't answer it. I just kind of look at things. And I've obviously did a couple of these episodes this last week on certain subjects like the blacks and state of soaps and all kinds of stuff going on. And people are just unhappy, period. The new GH, all this stuff's going on. There's a lot. I know a lot of Dave's talk and why isn't my girl Hope there? I mean, there's all kinds of stuff going on.
Oh yeah.
And Mike Manning half naked, basically naked in his photo for his birthday.
Happy birthday!
I was like, why am I seeing some white boy's ass on my Twitter? And there he was.
Hey, look, I mean, he should have been in Playgirl too. Okay, I'm just putting it out there. Shout out to Dave Lives for doing that.
And there was Playgirl this week, so that was a shot.
Twitter.
That was like an ode to the old days of soaps. Remember back in the day when they do stuff like that? I thought that's very much. But I saw folks going, wow, there's no brown person in that group at all.
Yeah, there's no representation of color. And I was like, well, you're right, but Christopher Sean is not white. He's, like, by the way, hi, Chris. Um, and I get that. It's just, oh, Jesus.
It seems like right now, period, Candice,
They're ticked.
it's like people are just tired. They don't care anymore. They're the Man of Seals, Jared Carmichael, P. Diddy. I mean, people are just like, they're going off on everybody's tired of everything, apparently, it seems like. The soaps. I mean, they're like the G8, new G8s, the old G8s, the YNR, like the only thing people were happy about was Eileen Davidson doing her multiple characters. Other than that, I
Oh,
mean,
the storyline was fun.
yeah.
The storyline wasn't good, but the acting is great.
Yeah.
Um,
But everybody, I mean, it seems like Candice to me, it's like everybody's really just like vocally upset about everything in the world. They're upset.
it's because of the eclipse.
Because
Mm-hmm.
because the eclipse. Oh
No, I mean, you know what it is. Well, because
okay.
everybody's been acting weird lately. Okay, this is what I think, in all honesty. Everybody is tired because I constantly say this. James knows this. You guys who are watching this knows I always say this. We've been on a hamster wheel for so many years. We've been told this is this and that is that, and this is what you're going to be watching. We know on the Bold and Beautiful, there's not a lot of color people. There's not a lot of, sexual orientation. Because look, Bold and Beautiful is Los Angeles. Okay. Days all out. Well, days. You're a Catholic. You're a Roman Catholic, so we've been used to that. We're used to the romance, the intrigue, the mysteries. We're used to all of this stuff. But then there's somebody that'll come and crack that wheel. And it's like a whole new world. We're looking at, it's like, wait a minute. Like, okay, we haven't seen that in daytime before. We want more of that. We don't want this. We want that. But then you know how it is when you get something new, what happens? Everybody wants it. Everybody jumps in and they want it and they want it. And it's not because of a trend. And I wanna address that real quick, James, if I can. I know that everybody is saying um about black love. And I want to address this because I literally did get into an argument with somebody about this right now, and I don't want to be mean or I don't want to be nasty. I'm speaking it, the trend has been for the last couple of years or so interracial couples. Let me tell you a story because back in 40 years ago, interracial couples on soap was a no-no. Cliff and Angie, Bridget and David, that was a no-no. Before that, it was black love. You had Neil, you had Drew, you had Abe, and you had Lexi, you had Taggart and Dar. You had, all the, and you had, and also ethnic groups because ethnic couples like Cruz and Eden who doesn't get their flowers. They really don't. But it seems to be, I don't know how I'm gonna phrase this, but I'm just me personally. I just want to see romance on soap. I do want to see black love. I want to see interracial couples because that's the world I live in. I want to see the world on my soap. I don't want to have an argument about this, and this. Why can't Trina do this? Why can't Trina? I mean, I understand why Trina, because in hindsight, that's reality. If a black woman dates outside her race, she's doing something wrong. If she stays with her race and she fantasizes, it's a big mess. Love is love. That's all I got. I know I'm going to get crucified later.
I'm gonna jump in and so they can yell at me too. Here's my thing. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for an interracial relationship. So neither are my kids or grandkids. So I get it. I just think that in general, this is not even just soaps. I noticed in commercials too. I noticed on TikTok and all this stuff. I think the problem is the pendulum swing has gone too far over for me. I feel like let's get back to the center where you have interracial, black, Hispanic, whatever, white, whatever, have all of that together. I just think that sometimes entertainment business goes too far left or too far.
Right.
And so I think for me, I understand folks's okay, folks's. I
Okay.
understand people's concerns because see here's how petty I am. So a couple of years ago, I made a statement about Trina not having a black man, and people
Mhm.
jumped all up and down my ass all over Twitter. And I got the kids say the smoke. I had the smoke.
You
Well,
had to smoke.
suddenly I'm seeing 2 years later, people are posing that same question. I'm like, I had that. I had that. So a lot of things that I've always brought up, like brung it. It's been brought in many times, and you guys know that phrase from that movie.
Right. Okay.
And it's interesting to me that now people are starting to talk these things. I'm like, I said these things like a couple years ago. I got in trouble, and just the mere suggestion of that, and I just thought for me, and I said this already in my other show, and Sprina Nation knows this. I know they feel short sighted with Sprina, and
Yeah.
they never have a reason to feel that way because I'm telling you,
Reason.
the pacing was horrible last regime. So I get it, and so they either want a conclusion or they want some kind of satisfaction. Something I totally get that. But however, I don't want Trina to sit around just on her ass. I mean, she has to. I
Bingo.
want her to have the same opportunity as a white actress. And why not bring out some hot young black man for her or some? Why not? Why is that a problem? I don't understand why that's a problem. And if Spencer comes back, we got to try it. It's soaps. I feel like that's the thing I kind of miss about soap operas. G.H. Smee is finally getting a little messy. I like the messy. Drew and Nina, I love the messy. Give me something messy. That's how it used to was. I miss it. That's my thought about interracial. I'm like, I have no problem with that. Make sure. I would say, but let's just find a way to kind of like make sure because I'm telling you, Molly and TJ are boring as fuck on GH. They are fuck. Boring.
I will say this.
Boring.
How boring, James? How boring?
I mean, there were more exciting pairings, almost like Andre and Anna back in the day, or Carly and Sean. You know, like there was other. I mean, I don't mind a racial. I have no problem. I mean, I don't problem with that at all. I have no problem. I'm like, sure, but give me even. I am sorry, folks. I like Jordan and Drew. I like it. I like why not? I said, why not? Then I bring Zeke back for some reason. I don't know where. I said again, I love black. They were hot. I don't know why didn't bring them back. But at least, I mean, I want the black actors to have the same access to storyline as white actors do, and that means
and that's what the point is on social media.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's just
why is everybody being outside it for certain reasons?
And where's my girl Lydia Look? Where's Selena Wu? Why ain't she? Hello. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm for, all races. I'm talking but like people. Lydia Look, because everybody knows I love her. She is a fan favorite. Like she's a fan favorite. Like, and she can do it. She can do the job.
She's in my fanfic. What's going on with Sunny right now, too? By the way.
I mean, that'd be great. She is quality assurance. I mean, you can put her on the screen and you. Right, come on. So I'm like I'm saying, you know, when they killed off Ray Rosales on YNR, sure, it gave Sharon Case some amazing scenes, but there was no reason to do that because where's Sharon?
So my question, I just brought up the Rosales family. Why did they take them off?
All of them.
But think about this, James. This okay. This irked me to no point. When they brought that family on, okay, I get it. It was a little too fat. Okay, whatever. But there was a lot of fans who did not welcome that family on the show. Which spirits me because I'm like, diversity, hello? Like, we're not, like, Mia? Oh my gosh, Mia was my girl.
But Arturo was hot. That was my man. He was hot.
He was cute, but him and Nikki, no.
But
Mal, what were you thinking?
But see, I'll give Mal some credit. I mean, I know Mal, and I give him
I
some
know
credit.
which way he was born, but you don't. I mean, you could
But
have
no,
Nick.
my thing was,
And
but see, my thing was, at least this Latino boy got a messy soap.
oh yeah, oh yeah. I know,
They're
but still
pulling
was
away from that, and they were going to Abby. They're pulling away, and
Abby,
I
right?
stopped. I
And
thought,
then
yeah,
I mean,
I know. I'm just saying, it's like
I
these
mean,
shows
they
do
had the
that.
conversation about Lily. Then it's about Lily or Young and the Restless.
Yes.
Lily and Daniel, Lily and Kane. Like now it's like okay, she needs a black man because all the white guys have done her wrong. Well,
And
folks, for those who don't know, Lily was with a black man. But power over. We, I, it, and now we're gonna have Nick, which I ain't mad at. I ain't mad
I'm
at it.
curious about those two, Nick and Lily. That's very interesting. That's very interesting.
Yeah, Flick.
I'm curious.
That's what we call him, Flick.
Lick. However, comma, where's Brittany Sarpy? Where's Michelle Morgan? You're like, hello, with my phone, hello. I mean, these dynamic actors are not on the show right now. They're not being used at all.
They can come onto the gate premiering soon on CBS.
Right, no, right. I mean, that's fine. I do love my Zuleika Silver. I love my Audra. I give her points. They're giving her full storyline. I'm saying they're giving her storyline.
They're doing her full storyline. I will agree with that.
Right.
They are. It's okay. Out of all the soaps, James, I'm gonna ask you this question. Out of all the soaps, which soap is utilizing their whole cast? Black, Mexican, Chinese, like all that.
Probably Bold and Beautiful, I have to say. And I had some thoughts about those storylines, but I mean, you have a triangle right there. It's Asian, black, and white right there. I mean, right front and center. I mean, they got Poppy, they got Lee, they got Finn. I mean, it's kind of like, I mean, they are kind of on the guys. Spoiler alert, they mentioned Sugar on Friday. Sugar.
Spoiler alert, I've been saying this since day one.
Yeah, no, you have. So I'm saying they stay.
I know my phone. But no, I mean, you know what?
10 toes. That's my phrase for the whole week. Sorry. 10 toes. 10 toes. I seriously texted Sean, Katie, because we're friends. I went, 10 toes, 10 toes. He laughed his ass off.
I'm not gonna laugh. I said that the other day to somebody. I was like, 10 toes. They was like, Candice, why are you saying 10 toes? I was like, 10 toes. They have 10 toes. They was like, okay. But no,
So go ahead. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
That was, I mean, I'm gonna agree with you on that because say what you want about Bolt, and Lord knows everybody does.
Oh, there's a lot to talk about that, but yes.
They do use diversity. I mean, you got Carter, you had the Avant.
Yes.
Can they please bring back the Avant? Like
I know. One of the best families on soap operas. They should like this.
The drama was real. Yeah. I mean, you had Justin. You had I mean, oh God, what is her name? Oh God, I can't think of her name. Diamond White's character.
Oh, Paris. Where's she at?
Right. What the hell?
Oh, I know her too. Right. Another As World Turns alum, Cassandra Creech.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, Cassandra. But
the thing about Bold though is Bold is interesting because at some point they do get back to people. Like all of a sudden, like 3 months later, all of a sudden they say, "Oh, you're back up."
The Luna, Zende, RJ thing they gave us a break from the whole stuff and Liam stuff. Which look, we all need a break sometimes. You gave us this storyline. Again, it's controversial because there's a lot going on. Then you get back to it, but what I like is that they came back to it. Like we have an A storyline, we have a B storyline now. Thank you. Okay, Days of Our Lives. We got Johnny and Chanel. I love Chanel.
Yeah.
Raven is my god. Like she is my girl.
I love her.
Abe and Paulina, I need for them to do better with them. But here's the thing: they're representing old Black love.
Yeah.
You know, I love seeing Eli and Lonnie.
Well,
Super
they're not on
couple.
the show, real. They're just come on.
I know, but hey, they could have done the thing that they normally do with these soap couples.
Yes, I know.
Bring them up and have Eli cheat on her.
Yeah, no, I know. They're still together. I like it. I like it.
Still together. Yeah, I'm gonna say I agree with you on both. Yeah.
But seriously, only because I would have said Days at one point, but not Days is a mess right now. But I would say they're a mess right now. But I think Bold right now I mean, and they have every race on this about basically, just no sexual orientation.
Yeah.
Right? But they have every race on there at the moment. It's just kind of they're using it. And Chief Detective Baker came back on, did his little thing here and there. He's there not eating hot dogs. But yeah, I mean, like it's that show. I mean, literally, and how they've interspersed Finn with his Asian family. I mean, basically, they're his family, and
that's true.
So I'm saying that out of all the four, I think that because you can't even say about GH, not really. I mean, GH, we had to see Portia and Curtis recently a lot, but hardly anybody else. I mean, they're hard. Trina again, we haven't seen her in a long time. Like that's.
We haven't seen her in a hot minute. We have not seen. I mean, General Hospital. What's interesting about General Hospital to me is that they have the melting pot of everything.
They do.
And when I say that, you have Black Hospital, you have, again, the Asian representation. You have the sexual orientation again, and this General Hospital. I need for you to hear what I'm about to say. I love Cassandra James, who plays Terry. She's supposed to be, now correct me if I'm wrong, the co-chief of staff of the hospital. Why is it that we haven't seen this woman since October? Like we saw her one time. Mm-hmm. But you make sure to promote during the time of the month. Yeah, we're General Hospital. You have Brad, Felix, and Lucas. I'm still not over that yet. Where they at? You want to be the soap that shows representation, but where's the representation?
And I'm scared because Eva LaRue, I love her to pieces. I know her personally. I know her personally, and she's a very lovely, hardworking, sweet person. I'm
not trusting it.
I don't trust it either. I'm glad to see her on, and folks, okay, I'm gonna do a little side plan on this one. A little side. I'm gonna give you a little gay 101 real quick. Her responses are actually very natural. In some cases, as a parent of that culture and stuff, it's very. To me, you're supposed to not like it. That's the whole point. It's supposed to make you go, "Oh my god!" Like her responses are actually very natural, and so I think Eva's playing. I think the writing and Eva's actually doing it very well. And you're supposed to feel for Blaze, Allison, because you want her to overcome her mother to overcome that. And there's a process. There's a process. That's with a little side note about that. It's a little process. Trust me, in real life, it's worse in many cases. So they're showing it's a little slice of it, and I think Eva's doing a fine job. Again, I'm just scared for this actress. It's prime time, daytime. I mean, it's just I'm scared that they're not going to utilize. But for me, I'm loving JH right now. So I'm this whole other story. This is not a JH show. But I'm scared. I'm scared though. Still, yeah, I'm scared of things.
I'm scared for the fact that, and I want to make sure I say this correctly. There's a new writing team at General Hospital, as we all know. And yes, people were let go. It was unfortunate because there were some writers from the previous regime that was really good. But again, I always say this, who knows, they may come back. However, /comma. There's always other opportunities out there for them.
Yes.
That's what I'm going to say. Yeah. I will say right now for General Hospital, because that seems to be the soap that everybody is just like,
yes,
they're like fighting. They're fighting hard.
They're fighting very hard.
Right. I will say hindsight, the show is better than what it was a year ago.
Oh my god.
We have that storyline. We have storyline movement now.
Yes.
Backtrack.
Yes.
The training situation, it does I'm going to be honest, it does bother me because, and I said this in real time, when the show knew that Nicholas was leaving to do his outside project, the number one thing that I said was, I hope General Hospital doesn't do what some of these other soaps do when one half of their popular couple goes away. And that's to backburn the other party until when or if they come back. Before Spencer, Trina was a character. She had a father named Taggart. Come at me. She had friends. She had a relationship. She was interested in certain things. Yes, she got with Spencer. Love, love can save the world. Yes, I did quote Don Light. And it was very enjoyable. The pacing of certain things questionable, but we got a couple. And then Spencer goes, and with that means airtime. Because literally, Trina has not been on no more than 7 hours and 13 minutes. And I may be wrong in that, but like, where is, I mean, yeah, she showed us, they showed us, grieving. But I want to see more than her being a supportive person. Like, this is a storyline. Like, she's supposed to be going through it and not to over dramatic go through it. But we're supposed to see how she's supposed to process. Because look, we saw that with Elizabeth when Elizabeth was grieving Lucky. We saw that when did we see that with Jocelyn? Yeah, we saw that with Jocelyn and Oscar, who they don't talk about. We don't know you, Oscar, but rest in peace, baby.
Well, she mentioned that time. She mentioned them.
Yeah, but we still, I mean, do we forget sometimes? I said, do we
it's a character. It's a character. Nobody liked Oscar. Who cares? Give a fuck about Oscar. Please move on. Let's move on to the next story. Nobody care about him. Anyway, so we didn't mention him. You don't really mention him. You don't really mention him.
Don't get me started about the characters. This is not the time or the place.
Right, and Kim, that whole storyline was tired. That whole story, they wasted Tamara Braun, the second. That was a waste. It was a waste.
I'm just glad I have something to say about that too, but this is not the GH moment.
That's just, I mean, just like, yeah, that's it. Anywho, I bring the smoke, people. I don't care. I don't give a shit. My thing is just that I still believe in this new team. I'm gonna wait for a full month before I give a full critique.
All right.
It's only been what, 2 weeks full? I guess 2 weeks full.
Yeah, 2 weeks. I mean, they're still getting over some of the outline that Dan and Chris
Exactly. I try to tell people.
I know people don't believe that, but just because they started on a certain date doesn't mean it was their original material. The only original, the edit material was what Steve Burton said, the beginning parts of the Jason storyline. Yeah. Because whatever Dan and Chris wrote, which we all want to see. We want to see what they wrote. Lord knows we want to see it. But that's the only thing. Me personally, I said I'm giving it till June.
Okay. Because my so May or June. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because to me, like I've been saying, is that it's like an apartment or a home, right? You move in, you get a start date to move in, and the previous tenants left everything a mess. And before you can actually sit down and say, this is my home, what do you have to do? You have to clean everything out and get rid of certain things. That's what Elizabeth and Patrick is doing. And I know Elizabeth has been there for 30 years. I know. I get it. But we got to remember, she was not a head writer. Nope. One time she was co-head writer with Michelle. But because people didn't like her, she got fired within the 6 months. So this is her comeback to being ahead. Does she have something to prove? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. No, she don't. She don't have to prove it now.
Sorry, you're on mute. You're on mute.
I like calling me when I'm talking about.
I know. So say one more time. You said I have one thing to say, and then you went on mute.
I said, to me, some of these writers do not have to prove anything to any of us.
There you go.
And I think, for me, I'll say this for me as a fan. What do they have? Do they have to prove something? I'm gonna be honest. I'll take that back. Yes, they do have to prove something to me. They have to prove to me why they got the job. They have to prove to me that under their regime, they're going to do what the previous regime didn't do. The writers and the executive producers have to tell me, Candice, This is why General Hospital is going to stay on the air for 2 more years. This is why we want you, because, hey, Nathan Varney, you said this on Twitter. You want the left viewers to come on back. Well, between me and you, I still see some left viewers because you're not doing what you're supposed to do. And each fandom and each fan of the actors and characters and whatnot, they're waiting. They're waiting for their moment. The Trina fans, and I'm going to say the Trina fans, all they want is fairness. Everybody wants fairness on their shows. Why can't a black character?
The man trying to stop you. Man's like, fuck you, talk, start talk.
No, but no, seriously, why can't a black person be a villain? Why can't a black person own a top company without support? Young and Russells, I'm looking at you. Why is it that we can't have a Lady Macbeth type character for a black person, a la Maya on Bold and Beautiful? Why do we have to have, all these black characters not really have a say in certain things? Why do we, like, it's fun. And okay, I'm going to say this, it's not just black characters, I get it, Puerto Rican, Jewish, I get it. There's times that I miss One Life to Live because One Life to Live gave me that. Hello, RJ. Generation, my Dorian, by the way, hi now. But no, it's frustrating. We're in 2024 and we're still dealing with this crap.
Yep, that's what it is. That's what it is. No, that's what it is. I think, but then again, to put a button on this a little bit, it's
but why?
What?
But why?
I know.
Why
that's the eternal question. And we don't have all the answers. We have some of the answers. We don't have all the answers. So that's the problem. Because I think I said it goes back to our original.
But is it the real answers, or is people covering it up?
Right. Well, I'm saying we're going to the original topic which was people are just getting tired. They're speaking up. They're getting. I'm seeing they're speaking out. They are tired of the state of the soaps. When a large audience of African American people are watching soap opera, and have supported them all these years, have tuned in, and they're feeling like they're not getting a return. Like they're not getting a return, and I understand it. And they're getting white resistance because no one wants to think their soap opera is racist. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. None of us want that. I don't think nobody wants to think that. Nobody wants to think their soap opera is racist.
Nobody wants to think that because, again, we grew up watching the soap.
Right. Nobody wants to think that. That's the whole point. I'm saying that's the whole point. Nobody wants to think that. I mean, it's not like we're wishing, nobody wants to think that. They want to think their soap is a soap, and they give you characters, and you see yourself on screen. I mean, that's just how that should be. As times evolve, you evolve with it. So I don't, but I want to say this, folks. There are certain people on every soap opera who are the top 5 of the call sheet. That's not going to change anytime soon. So folks need to get used to that. I mean, Laura Rice not leaving the show. They're not getting rid of all these. They're top of the line. And in some cases, they all made their way there. And I can only imagine if we had social media when Susan Lucci was on and Erica Slezak and all them. I'm sure they'd be talking crap about them too, for being all the time, just because they were the leads of the show. I mean, that's just kind of, there's some people who are hard leads of the show.
I don't see nobody. And again, I've been a Laura Rice fan since Loving. So Loving the City, Gone Light, all the way up, and she's worked her way up. I know, again, it's Carly's world. I think, you know what? I'm going to be honest. I'm going to throw this question out to General Hospital fans. Is it Laura, or is it the fact that Carly, the character of Carly, has been on constant since the 90s? Like, think about that for a minute. We haven't taken a break from Carly. The character of Carly has not been off like Sunny or Jason. It's constantly been on every single, time. So is that it? Because nobody says anything about Victor Newman. We're gonna be honest. Let's be honest.
That's what I'm
Eric
saying.
Braeden, right? Eric Braeden is pretty much our grandfather. We raised us.
Right. So
Okay.
there's those memes out there. I love it. Yes. Black.
Right. Between him and Stefano Demar, those were the two.
Right. Exactly. They love that. They love. Yes. They like them. Yes.
Right. Like, do anybody say anything about? I mean,
No, they
I
talk
know
shit.
both.
They talk shit about Captain Kelly Lang and Brooke.
Oh no! I was gonna say something because with both fans, they believe that Jackie and Catherine runs the place.
Yeah, exactly. But them folks, them Loganizers and that is a whole real thing. It is a real thing. I'm like, wow. But I'm telling you, I'm sorry. I will stand by this. You can all give me smoke, whatever. Catherine Kelly Lang deserves her place on that show. And she's been on there for 37 years straight. She has carried storylines that people. I told her she spun shit into gold many times. And Homegirl, and I know her personally. She's a very nice person. She does. I think she deserves it. There's some people. She deserves it, and she deserves whatever they want to give her. I think she deserves it.
There are all the flowers in the world, man. Come on.
Exactly. I'm sorry. There's certain people I make for her. Seriously, some of them she hears. They give her some stuff, and she made it. She made it work. She made it work, and or at least tried to. And I just think that with the 4 originals, her and John McCook still on the show, Susan and Ron not on the show, that she deserves whatever. I mean, she deserves everything. I mean, I said, but there are folks who complain about her too. They do. They complain about her too.
I think the point that's because, and I just thought about it, in the last couple of years, this world has changed where everybody just say whatever they want, do whatever they want, and all that because it was allowed. It was allowed. And nobody said anything. They allowed everybody to say every negative thing. People on social media hide behind their computers and tablets because in reality, they won't say none of this stuff.
Well, you know what's so funny about that? Sorry to cut you off, but what's so funny is that it's different. You're right; it's different now because now it's about people thinking they know everything. They think they know the behind the scenes. So now it is about the actors. It used to be just about the characters. Like I hate the character. I hate the character. I hate the character. I'm seeing so many attacks on the actors that it's funny. I mean, it's not even funny. It's like, okay, I understand you're not liking, maybe you don't like the character in Cardi. Okay, got it. But like, Laura write this and Laura write that and blah blah. And Sarah Joy Bryan was better, but she wasn't all that either. Like I've seen all kind of stuff. And it's like, wow. So it literally is the actors you're going after.
It's gotten louder because
Michael Easton going after him.
Oh no! It's not only just the actors.
Oh no, that. But I'm saying.
Yeah, it's also the writers.
Right. I just want to say, but back in the day, though, a lot of times it was just the characters. They hated the characters.
Oh yeah, we hate Lisa from all times.
Right. But nowadays, with the it started with like Cynthia Watros a couple of years ago, and all that hate she got, and it's like people are
Kelly Monaco and Becky Hurt. I was there.
Right.
I was real time with Kelly Monaco that night. Not to cut you off, James, but you just fucked that night when people attacked Kelly Monaco's mom.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Crazy.
And Kimberly McCall. Yeah, Kimberly McCall, they hoped her baby, because the baby was just born, they hoped the baby died because Robin gave the truth about Jason and Drew. And I'm like, well, you know this is fake, right?
And they wonder why people, the actors, are not on social media anymore. Or certain ones.
Go to fan events. Or do Zooms.
They're doing Zooms now. They're like. I mean, I totally get it, folks. You like you said, I'm just saying, piggyback off for you. I'm just saying, you're right. It has changed. The state of all of this has changed, and I'm seeing how ugly it is. Like, just seriously, how ugly it is. Like, wow, you don't even know this person, and you're like, I hate them so much, just for existing. Like they hate them so much. Not the character, but them.
Yeah, I may hate a character, I may hate a storyline, but I will never go on social media. And, yeah, I have had some issues with some actors, but I would never, do that. Like, maybe I did once, but I backtracked it and everything because I was just like, I'm not going to be that petty. I'm not going to, like, my question is, what's the point of doing that? Like, making Cynthia Watchos cry. What's that about? Like, okay, so you guys can say you made Cynthia Watchos cry. Okay, you're a grown, I almost cuss on the show. You're a grown adult and you made actors cry. Okay, you made Becky get off of social media.
Now I'm about to say something shady, and that's fine because I believe this with all my heart. First of all, congratulations, Days of Our Lives, for your 15,000 episodes. Plus, you guys, people who posted pictures gave away so much. But I'm going to just say publicly, and he doesn't know I'm doing this, it's just me doing this. Shame on you, Days of Our Lives, for not inviting Tony Moore to the celebration. So I guess about that. And I want you guys to know, he has been the host of Day of Days 2 years in a row. He has hosted Edition Days for almost 10 years. I would not be here if it wasn't for Tony Moore. So I know he'll never say it. He'll never do it publicly. I'm going to do it for him. A shame on you for not inviting him. I don't do anything with Days of Our Lives, so they can't hurt me in any shape. But other press were there, and he was not invited.
That's effed up. Wait, that's
our business. That's what happens.
Again, fair enough. Like, everybody should be treated the same.
So I'm just saying, it goes around.
What goes around comes around. Just let everybody know that.
It goes around. So I'm saying you say that. I fortunately have been wonderful. I'll do an unshady shout out to my folks at Bone Beautiful and Wine who have invited me to things. So I can't even say, so I can't say that. Except Casey, I'm still waiting for my role on Bold and Beautiful. I say that at least once a week in my Bold and Beautiful universe chats out there. So I'm still waiting. Just a walk on. I'll stand in the corner. I'll be in the background. I'll serve breadsticks with Sean Kane and my buddy. I don't care. Just you promised me twice I can be you might be on the show. I would just have a bucket list moment. I've never been on a soap opera. There's never been on one. So
a network soap opera.
A network soap opera. Yeah, sorry, I've been on a Studio City and other things, but I've never been on one. So I would love. I'm going to keep mentioning it every time I get a chance to now until I get on there.
It's going to happen. I'm calling it. Timestamp by August 2024. You guys are going to hear the announcement. James Lott Jr. will guest star on The Bold and Beautiful as Bill's new assistant. And everybody's going to be hashtag, who's that black assistant?
Mm-hmm. Because they have all my measurements, they have my headshots, they ask for all that, they have all that. So I'm like, where is I? I'll say that with that one. But I have to say, on the other side, like I said, I've got interviews. I had Colleen Zink recently. Got to check out that interview. So they're good to it. So shout out to Eva and to Matt. But for Tony, I feel bad for him. So I'm saying, okay, I'm saying it.
I really thought I thought, this is just me. I thought he was there. We were going to see the content Sunday on Edition Days. Wow. And Dave, I've been giving you a prop for y'all new PR department.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, okay, let's see. Did we cover everything for now? I don't be on here for 20 hours. This is a show.
No. There's one thing we didn't cover.
What?
And this may be another time, but my question to you is, where do you see the state of soap in 6 months?
Oh, I have no idea.
Do you think it's going to get better?
Oh, I have no idea. None. Seriously, I have no idea. I have no idea how these things. The world is one thing one day and one day the next. I don't know where I'm gonna be in 6 months. Oh, where are we gonna be in 6 months? About 6 months.
You'll be here. JLG Media, home of all the shows, the soap after show, and also the email.
Yes. All I know is in about 7 or 8 months we'll be voting for a new president.
And that's another topic right there, which
That's what I'm saying.
leads
So
into
I'm saying
all
I'm like
kinds
I
of
might be living in Canada or something. I might be like living in Mexico. I don't know what's going on. We don't see what happens.
and take away from what James just said about what's happening soon to kind of timestamp and when all this outrage started.
So that's the thing I want to understand. That's why I told Candice we actually have another show we're going to do at some point, but I want to do this now because I know you're tuned into the posts of the people out there. You're like our correspondent out in Twitter world. I just saw a few things here and there, and I was like, it just seems like everybody's upset, and maybe rightly so, I guess. But I it's just sad because I am enjoying certain stuff on the soaps. And I know there's some folks out there who are enjoying it too, but it seems like the majority is just like so upset. And I get where the frustrations come from. I do. I get them.
Yeah, because they thought with General Hospital. I'll just say it. You know, with Elizabeth, a lot of people don't trust Elizabeth for it.
They don't.
With Patrick, you know, Patrick's the OG. He's the
Yes.
OG. He like gave some of the best storylines, and they were just hoping that it was going to be like, all right, Monday we didn't have this, Tuesday we got this, but they're seeing. Okay, there's some things on General Hospital that's great that I was like, I wasn't expecting the Jason storyline to give me this. And when I say this, Jake and Danny. Okay,
Right.
that's what I want. But I peel it back and it's still Sonny, Carly, and Jason. And I think for a certain amount of fans, I'm not gonna say all, we're tired of that. We're tired of Jason, Carly, and Sonny. It's General Hospital, not it used to be General Mobster. Now it's Carly's world, and we're not taking away from the acts because we know Steve, Laura, and Maurice have to come to work. We understand it's easy for the writers to kind of do that, but there's other people on the show too that it's like, hi, hello, down here. Remember me? I have a contract too. You know, and then there's people who are looking towards the future. I mean, you heavily promoted Spencer and Trina. Taviana is a great find. Why aren't you using her?
I know. And we'll end it
Why
on
aren't
that.
you
End it on that. We'll end it on that note. That was a good ending. We'll end it on that note. It's a daytime today. You can follow us on all social media platforms at Daytime Today. JLJ Media is also the other place. There's all kinds of episodes out there, audio and video. So thank you for all the audio listeners. We appreciate you very much. And video. Candice Mack, where can they find you if they want to find you? I know you're everywhere.
Well, right now, you know, I'm just chilling, getting ready to go to Target. So if anybody wants to meet me there, be grateful. Now, you guys can find me at Candy Poo on Twitter, Candy Mac 82 on Instagram. You can find me on Sundays on Still Party 411. Every other Monday, Take Two Radio. Good email, and maybe somewhere else coming soon.
Yes, there's a coming soon. She's going to be on another show coming soon. It's recording.
And you can find me on Heritage, Everyday Women, and the award-winning series Forever and a Day, which starts back up in August, our final season.
There you go.
And maybe somewhere
else. And of course, you can follow all my content everywhere. You find James Lott Jr. Sold at James Lott Jr. and all social media platforms.
And on Amazon.
What?
On Amazon. Music.
I'm everywhere. Just type James Lott Jr. everywhere. You'll find at every platform you can find me. And my new blog on alotofhelp.com. Everybody, I'll talk to you guys next time on Daytime Today.
Bye.